and discomfort to the Uganda Police. People sit on rooftops, people drive recklessly, and they control traffic, something which is a preserve of Uganda Police Force. They have virtually pushed us to a corner where they want to take over traffic police. Now that we cannot tolerate. We can't. Sitting on rooftops, we've held several meetings, I think around 2 or 3 of recent with the Director of Operations and the leadership of NUP, where we agree on a number of arrangements which can guide this kind of processions, this kind of movements. I think you need to play a video. Let me remind you. Just 1 second. The level and extent of disruption of traffic. Now, the Nile Bridge. The Nile Bridge is a bridge that has restrictions to motorcycles. You look at the way traffic is disrupted. Now, all this can be solved through an engagement and planning. I want you to look at this footage. Somebody comes and even removes police barriers. Now, that level of impunity is what we are being told we should learn to live with. You will see a footage. Somebody comes and virtually removes a police barrier. In other words, he assumes the power of the state. Chira Division, Wakiso District, during which Honorable Kyagulanyi sustained injuries in a confrontation with the Uganda Police. We are informed that Honorable Kyagulanyi was invited by a lawyer, Mr. George Musisi, to a Thanksgiving ceremony in the same area, Bulindo, where he participated in the celebration, and that celebration ended peacefully. After departure, police on the scene reported that Honorable Kyagulanyi and his team exited their vehicles and initiated a procession to Bulindo town. However, that police advised against that action. That despite the warning, he insisted on proceeding and blocking the road, leading to police intervention to stop the procession. During the ensuing altercation, it appears he sustained injuries. Like I communicated yesterday, the information we got from the officers at that material time was that they saw him stumble while getting into his vehicle. On the other hand, his team and himself and a number of people say or said that he was shot. Now, what for us we are insisting on this is that until we carry out an investigation, we are a professional body, we cannot jump into any conclusion. We can only conclude on the basis of a professional finding. That is the most fundamental issue. We don't want to get into the arguments of injury by bullet, by this, by a stumble. We want an opportunity for an investigation to prove it, which must be medical and which must go through professional investigators. That is the bottom line. Now, what we need to add that there are social media videos circulating showing or where he appears stumbling and apparent tear gas near his car. All those we must. It would be strange for police to watch a video footage on a social media platform and draw a conclusion. We have not descended to such levels. No. Now, additionally, of course, we piqued interest because we are very cognizant of such incidents and the manner in which they can portray the police in a bad name. So we have taken a specific interest in getting a number of footages in relation to that occurrence. Of course, one of the observations we've made is that from our footages, there are elements of altercation between police and Kyagulanyi group. There are elements of throwing stones, much as there are footages of police responding and dispersing crowds. So, but like I've said, let's keep calm. Let's give an opportunity to an investigation to establish what exactly happened. But our position has never changed. We condemn actions of political actors that entail the disruption of traffic, stoning of police officers, and other acts of hooliganism. That one we shall remain condemning them. In the course of stone throwing, 3 police officers were also injured, something I've verified with the regional police commander. Now that is also very unfortunate, and we condemn that kind of occurrence. We also had a windscreen, actually a windscreen of a police car. If I'm not mistaken, actually there might have been 2 cars that were damaged. Now all that could have been avoided. So like we have said, an investigation will be launched to clarify the circumstances surrounding the incident. Demonstrators and rioters are not seen as enemies of the police, but as momentary opponents. However, some of their actions can escalate tensions and potentially lead to violent confrontations. The underlying issues contributing to such incidents include hooliganism and communication breakdown. We've had incidents where communication between political actors and the police have been cordial, and it's not by coincidence that those incidents, those interactions have been very cordial. Now, whenever there is a breakdown in communication, whenever their tendencies of belligerence, violence. Expand. Yes, it can be put. You can extend it. Extend it closer. So this is an incident. Incidents of stone throwing. Now, nobody captures that. That is what precisely nobody wants to talk about. They want police to keep quiet and swallow the accusations. Now, we are saying no. No amount of blackmail will allow us and push us into a corner to ignore incidents and tendencies. Is that all? I don't know. Let's play this. This is another incident in Chenjojo, Fort Poto, and Bundibujo. I think let me stand here aside. The way traffic regulations are violated has become an issue of concern and discomfort to the Uganda Police. People sit on rooftops, people drive recklessly, and they control traffic, something which is a preserve of Uganda Police Force. They have virtually pushed us to a corner where they want to take over traffic police. Now that we cannot tolerate. We can't. Sitting on rooftops, we've held several meetings, I think around 2 or 3 of recent with the Director of Operations and the leadership of NOP, where we agree on a number of arrangements which can guide this kind of processions, this kind of movements. I think you need to play a video. Let me remind you. Just 1 second. It's about, and I think it is at that stage. You see? Somebody removes the barrier. What do you want us to do, surely? Surely, what do you want us to do with those kind of human beings? So, as long as there is going to be orchestrated hooliganism, there is certainly going to be a situation. It is not good. We condemn it and we implore persons engaged in this kind of behavior to restrain themselves, to rethink. It takes two to tango. You need a non-violent force. You need a force which respects the rights of citizens. You really need to engage in a behavior that does not provoke. So I don't know which other one we need to play. Yeah. This is the yesterday incident. Now, in situations of this kind, anything is possible. Because police officers are firing projectiles, people are throwing stones. Now, it would be imprudent of us to start drawing conclusions. I saw agitated tweets. Nothing. We cannot make conclusions because we need to understand what happened. But we have shown you that in the preliminary picture shows that there was a breakdown of order. There are more soldiers manage traffic. Who ordained them that power, nobody knows. What we only wake up to as police is to find people who have assumed our responsibilities. And we are compelled not to talk about them, unless we are accused of all sorts of things. So, why am I showing you these videos? These videos are a depiction of a breakdown in communication, a breakdown in a relationship, which now culminates into situations which are undesirable. How can this be solved? We need to sit and all have stake in public order. Is there any, just in case? I think this is a similar one I've shown you. Similar. Okay, I think we can have those.
Repeat for us the first one.
Is that the one?
Yes.
But I'm going to share them. Wilfred will share them on our platforms. Do not condone violence or even excessive use of force or unnecessary application of force by our personnel. No. We are professionals who are very, 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 very cognizant and sensitive to those standards. But we have refused to keep quiet in incidents and situations where people want to cover up for their wrong actions and the blackmail of Uganda Police. So we shall have an investigation. We don't want to draw conclusions on what exactly happened, because we may say one thing and another emerges. But let's give an opportunity for an investigation to take course. I thank you. I thank you very much. Police has not only been remorseful on some occasions, but we have also even gone ahead and punished officers for actions which we deem transgressive, or they transgress or jump the professional line. Now, in this particular situation, we seem to have been sentenced and condemned in a court which has not given us an opportunity to defend ourselves. Two, people need to appreciate that we have mechanisms. We apply, because we are mandated to apply force in the enforcement of laws, but we also have internal mechanisms to address contradictions that arise during the event of enforcement. Now, we investigate and we take action. I think the only challenge we are having now, like I've said, we have been condemned already before defending ourselves. But for us, we shall not relent. We shall go ahead, do our work, and do it professionally. We are very sensitive to the application of force. We always want to ensure that it does not put us in a bad light. Yes. I thank you. I thank you very much. We are going to investigate. You take it from us. It happened last evening. I told you an investigation is a concerted effort. It involves the victim, it involves witnesses, it also involves police. Yes.